Hi and welcome to Silver Soul Tarot. Today we are going to do a general reading using the Wishcraft Oracle and my new Wishcraft Little Oracle deck. I didn't think about it really when I was buying it, although I did see what it's called. This little Wish Oracle Wishcraft with the Law of Attraction Tarot. So let's crack on, shall we? So first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jo. If you are a returning viewer, great to see you again. If you are a subscriber, much love to you. Let's see what messages want to come out, shall we? We'll take this one. The Wishing Tree. My wishes grow like a tree. Fabulous. So, are you watering your wishes? I mean, it would suggest that they are being watered, that is. Oh, that one comes straight out, so we'll take a couple. You've got to nurture your wishes. You need to feed them, you need to nourish them, you need to water them, you need to keep adding to them and being very clear about what it is that you do want, and you know how you want to move yourself forward in that sense. So what came flying out first? That one did, didn't it? So we have got freeze it. I freeze what I no longer want. The imagery on the back of the card is relevant to the words. Okay, so whatever it is you don't want, don't feed it. Don't wish that into existence. You've then got the owl. My voice is heard in the world. Okay, so yes, speak into existence what you want. Wish it. Talk to the moon. You can journal it, obviously. You know, I say speak it into existence. It doesn't literally have to be vocally. But yeah, and don't manifest in what you don't want. What you don't want, you want to be putting that aside and not focusing on it. We've got the Law of Attraction, because obviously, well, you know, what are you attracting in? So these are read slightly differently to the original tarot. You can still read them like the original tarot. Those meanings are still there, but they are just the imagery slightly more specific. You've got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, it could be financial abundance or just, you know, generational abundance. And just 3D reality abundance, because it's not always necessarily dollar. It could be, you know, food abundance, it could be friendship abundance, it could be work abundant, where you know, have plenty of work to be keeping you busy and to bring in the money. Maybe you are working on some investments, maybe you work from home, maybe you work in banking. I mean, potentially, but maybe you're just wishing for an abundant, prosperous future. Then there's your prosperous future. Okay, it's the Fool's Journey. The tarot is the Fool's Journey. Whenever I see this card specifically, he is straddling day and night. Now that to me just says that he's straddling two timelines. He's, you know, deciding which one he wants to go on, which path he wants to follow. You know, do you want to be more of the masculine, where you're making going to work and making a living? Do you want to be more of a feminine career? And I just mean that in the sense of having a passive income, you know, not necessarily, you know, being more of a landlord where you can, or landlady, where you can just sit back and allow the money to roll in, or do you want to actually get up and do some things? Take it out as it resonates, but it's definitely about sort of straddling the two timelines. You know, which one do you want to be in? Do you want to be in the timeline where your wishes don't come true, or you wish in the wrong things, or the one where you do start bringing in what it is that you want? But it's definitely about taking that leap of faith and starting a new journey and going on that new path, whatever it might be, whatever you've been wishing for. We've got the Ace of Cups. Look at that abundance. It's a cornucopia filled with abundance. Now, here in the Northern Hemisphere, we have literally just come into meteorological autumn. So now is the time for those harvests, especially things like apples and, you know, your squashes and your pumpkins and your gourds and things like that, even grapes. The weather's going to be changing nicely if you go out foraging for mushrooms. That's something that's going to be coming up very soon. Now is the time to harvest technically. However, with this, I think it's just this new beginning is going to have this amount of abundance. Just depends on what you class as abundance. You know, like I said, it doesn't have to be dollar. It could be food security. It could just be job security. It could just be having a car that doesn't break down every 5 minutes. Whatever it means for you, but whatever you're wishing into existence is on its way. I think you just have to choose the path to take. You could have been working really hard on some things. The Seven of Wands in this deck, she looks a bit fucking miserable, let's face it. But she's, it's a long day's work. She's been putting in the hard work. Trust me, as a gardener, trust me, in order to get all of this abundance, you would have had to have put in a lot of work. It certainly, I think people think you just put a plant in the ground or a seed in dirt and that's it. No, there's a lot more to it. That's why there's a whole industry around agriculture. But yeah, you've been putting in the hard work, so why can't you get your abundance? You've been sat at your desk toiling away and stamping and printing, and so why can't you start getting paid for it? You know what I mean? Like you've been putting in this work, wishing and hoping and manifesting and praying and whatever else you've been doing. Yeah, why can't you get your rewards? What you put in, you get out multiple times. With the Wheel of Fortune here, as you can see on the finger, it says input. So what you input into the middle spreads out. It multiplies. It gets bigger as the wheel spins. It is good luck. It's growth. It's expansion. Your abundance is about to come in for you. This new journey that you're going on, that you've been wishing for, is about to pay off big time, and I think it will pay off big time, tenfold, if not more. Tenfold, if not more. You got the High Priestess, okay, yeah, praying, meditating, like I said, there's your spirituality card. It's the female of the deck, of that and the Hierophant, so it's the feminine. So maybe once you've put in all this work, or you have put in all this work, clearly, you get to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labour. Interesting reading. Enjoy the fruits of your labour because it's well deserved. The devil's come out a lot today. And the devil serves to remind us of our addictions, of our restrictions, of our codependencies, of the things that could be holding us back. What is stopping you from stepping into this abundant timeline? I think this is a timeline shift of some description. So whenever I see the devil, when it comes out like this, it's always kind of like, just be careful not to go back to old patterns and old habits. Be careful not to think about what you don't want. You need to check yourself a little bit more when you're sitting and you're manifesting, or you're just thinking about what you want to be doing this time next year. It's very easy, we all do it, to start thinking about the worst case scenario, or how it could go wrong, or what I could say that could fuck it up. But that's where you need to check yourself and rein yourself in. Stop yourself from saying or thinking and or saying stupid things. Try and be the more positive rather than negative, especially when it comes to your voice. Yeah, don't let the ego take over, okay? It's very easy to allow the ego, you're not very good, you can't do this, why do you think that you deserve that? It's very easy to let that overshadow you. Don't stay in those shadows. You need to come out of it. That's where you need to sort it out. Do you know what I mean? That's where you need to check yourself. And also make sure you're not doing that to other people. You want to raise people up. You want to help them on their journey. You don't want to, stomp them underfoot like he's almost doing with that poor little cat. Because that's where the universe will reward you. Okay, so if you put in that energy to help others up, the universe will reward that by helping you up. Now you've got the Three of Cups. Now, as you can see, the Three of Cups is about being given a key to a lock. Is this a new home? Is that something that you've been manifesting, is something you've been wishing for. There is the Queen of Cups on the bottom with this sort of birthing, this new cycle, this birth of something that you've been nurturing, something you've been growing, something you've been working on. If it's a new home, it's coming. You're going to get those keys. Please pop a comment down below and let me know. Otherwise, it's that timeline being given the key to your next opportunity. It's the universe opening one door as it closes another. Okay, so think of it like as you work through anything that's holding you back, any ego, because the devil is certainly about ego, you get given the next key to the next door, or you get to turn that key a little bit more, depending on obviously whatever imagery resonates with you. But the more you put in, the more you get out. The more love you put out into the world, the more is going to come back to you. The more love you give yourself, the more the universe is going to reward you for that. Sorry about the lighting, but there is a big black cloud, a big grey cloud coming over. It looks like it's going to pelt down with rain. The 10 of Wands. So yeah, your ships are about to come in. Your abundance is literally knocking on the door. Now the 10 of Wands is normally, burdens and, letting go of things that just you can't carry anymore. But this is slightly different. This is a ship coming in, and the ship is laden with goods. And everyone's happy to see it. Everyone's like, yes, my ships are coming in. Yes, I sent out that good bit of intention and now I come in. Yes, I shut that door and now I get the next puzzle piece. The next sliver of light comes out from the middle. The next fruit comes to fruition. Or, the next plant bears fruit. The next... that next file will produce X amount of money, whatever it is, however it resonates with you. You've got the Justice card, yeah. You got the balance. The universe will rebalance. It will give you what you deserve. What you've been putting out is about to come back. It's 10 of Cups there with absolute wish fulfillment. What have you been wishing on? What have you been working on? What have you been manifesting? What fruits have you been... What seeds have you been planting? Because it's the ultimate wish fulfillment. It's the happy ever after. It's the big house. It's being comfortable in yourself and, your beauty and your honesty, your truth. And yeah, there's your new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. It definitely could be financial, but there's this new beginning, and it's a healing new beginning. It could again be a little bit of communication, but there's definitely this sense of it being healing to your 3D reality. You've got the Strength card on the bottom, so you've got the strength to deal with it. You've got the confidence to deal with it. The universe has got your back. Whenever I see this, I just imagine that there's always this eye watching, and the universe has got your back, even when it comes to things like the devil energy. You just got to nip it in the bud. As soon as you realise what you're saying or thinking, you need to check yourself and rein it in. I'm going to leave it there and say good luck. Whatever you've been wishing for, whatever you've been working on, it's about to just bless you. Abundance. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.